to Review Nation, and today I'm reviewing Polaris' new album, The Death of Me. Polaris are an Australian metalcore band that incorporate progressive metal and many other different genres throughout their music. And they released their debut album, The Mortal Coil, which is one of my favorite albums of all time. Yet, I say it again, it's one of my favorite albums of all time because I absolutely adore this album. So I was very excited when Polaris announced they were going to release their sophomore album, The Death of Me. So how did this compare to their masterpiece debut album, The Mortal Coil? Everything that Polaris has released since The Death of Me has just been unbelievable. They are one of my favorite bands of all time. Cast bias decide, what did I think of The Death of Me? You know what? Daniel Fenari is the primary songwriter of Polaris. And the lyrics overall throughout The Death of Me is very deep. There are so many deep, meaningful lyrics, and it's really hard to dissect the lyrics because at times these lyrics are very poetic. And there's definitely talking about depression and anxiety throughout this album. And what can I say about this album, The Death of Me? Polaris are so good at songwriting, nearly as good as The Mortal Coil. I don't know if it's nearly as good as The Mortal Coil, but I've listened to this album 8 times since its release. Polaris just keep getting better and better. Their music is so damn consistent. So first of all, let's kick off with their first track, Pray for Rain. This is a fantastic song, it really is. There's a really nice crescendo throughout this song, and I love the guitar melodies and the synth melodies creating that atmosphere. It's quite an atmospheric song. The way Ryan incorporates those really nice guitar moments and those heavy riffs by Rick Schneider, an absolutely magnificent way to kick off the album. I love how contagious those riffs are, along with Ryan's nice guitar licks as well throughout the verses. Jamie's vocals come in throughout the verse, and man, they are so damn aggressive. But I love how Jake's bass is very prominent. There's nothing really much I could say about Pray for Rain, is that it's just a really long drawing song. It just keeps you listening. I love how straight off the bat, you know what the themes are about. Pray for Rain is such an unbelievable way to kick off the album. But this song does pick up, and then it leads on to the most energetic, fast-hitting, amazing song called Hypermania. This was their second single that they released, and Hypermania is such an upbeat song. I love the harsh vocals by Jamie, and that melody is infectious, along with those really nice guitar licks. You get some really nice harsher vocals by Jake in the chorus, especially screaming in that background. But there are some really nice riffs by Rick. I just love the drum fills throughout Hypermania as well by Daniel. He incorporates some really amazing cymbal accents throughout the song that just intensifies the song to the next level. Hypermania is such a fun and hard-hitting, energetic song, and the way Jamie increases his vocal performance throughout this song, how he's 100% throughout most of the song and then gets to 1000% in the final conclusion of the song. It's just an absolute fucking banger, it really is, Hypermania. It leads on to Masochist, their first single off Death of Me. Am I addicted to the misery? Is this how I'll always be? This is a very interesting sound by Polaris. I was a little bit worried where they were heading. This song is just absolutely fantastic. It really is. There's a nice crescendo to the song, and I love how it leads to the chorus. And Jake is a primary singer on this song, and I just love the guitar moments. And Jamie comes in quite aggressively as well. So Jake also sings in the chorus. It even incorporates those harsher vocals. But there's a nice reframe by Jamie that keeps that aggression throughout the song. Again, it's melodic as fuck. So then we head on to the third single, which was Landmine. And this is one of the most heaviest songs by Polaris. It incorporates some blast beats by Dan throughout this song, especially after that breakdown. The intro is intense, and I just love the intro because it introduces another intro. It makes the verse flow a lot better. Jamie incorporates some really harsh, aggressive vocals throughout this song, and mainly he is the primary vocalist. There's a really nice clean section by Jake. You could say it's chorus 1, and it's quite melodic. Really nice intricate guitar riffs as well, and I love the band gang chants as well throughout the song. But then Ryan incorporates an amazing solo throughout Landmine, which is just mouth-watering at times. Really nice drum fills by Dan, and after that breakdown you get absolutely amazing blast beats. I think this must be the first ever Polaris song to incorporate blast beats, but it works along with Jamie's just soaring vocals. Absolutely magnificent song. Landmine is one of my favorites. Another heavy song called Vagabond. Vagabond is such a heavy and aggressive song. I love the distorted gritty guitar throughout the intro, and Jake's bass is very prominent. There's a really nice instrumental moments throughout the song, and you get a really nice melody. Jamie's vocals come in aggressively, and Jake sings cleanly. I love Daniel's galloping drums throughout the second verse, and it's just a build up to the chorus for the second time. There's a really nice breakdown throughout this song as well, and I love how it leads onto the breakdown that leads onto such groovy riffs by Rick. Vagabond, could you say, is very proggy as well. I love the different time signatures, change of signatures throughout the song. Love Jamie's bridge part. The best moment of the song, how crazy his vocals are throughout Vagabond. And again, the chorus is melodic, and you get a really nice solo by Ryan as well throughout the conclusion. Overall, a fantastic song Vagabond is. Creatures of Habit is another fast, hard-hitting song by Polaris. I love the drumming patterns by Daniel, with really nice distorted guitar layering throughout the mix. And you get some really nice intense vocals by Jamie. I love how in the song that Dan incorporates, how Dan utilizes the double kickers, the different ghost notes and cymbal accents throughout the song. It intensifies the song next level. I love the guitar melody in that chorus. The guitar melody in that chorus is at times so contagious. The way he changes the licks throughout the chorus. I love the nice selection of clean vocals throughout Creatures of Habit that intensifies the song. And of course it's a Polaris song, so you get a quick breakdown that leads into harsh and aggressive vocals by Jamie. But there's also another breakdown throughout the song. I love how prominent Jake's bass is throughout the song as well. I love Jake's bass work throughout Creatures of Habit. Again, you get a really hard and energetic song, Above My Head. There's a nice intro with a really nice, awesome guitar riff, and Jamie comes in with those growls. I love Jake's parts in this, and I love how melodic the chorus is. Some really nice guitar licks throughout the song, quite progressive as well. I love the breakdown. I love that breakdown after that second verse of Above My Head. Above My Head, you get a really nice moment with the drums and bass and really nice clean guitars, and incorporate a few jazzy elements, and that's a really unpredictable moment throughout this song. And again, it builds up to a breakdown, and you get a really nice guitar solo as well by Ryan throughout Above My I Alright, so then it leads on to probably the slowest song off the album, and it's MARTYR. As I say, it's probably Polaris's ballad, but it's on the borderline of a ballad, but it's still a pretty fucking heavy song. I love the heartbeat intro throughout MARTYR, and definitely there's a lot of emotion conveyed throughout this song. I think Jake is the primary singer on this song, because Jake and Jamie's vocals at times do really sound the same. Can I just mention that Jamie does sing cleanly throughout some of these songs, and Jamie does have a really nice voice as well. So I'm not too sure whether it's Jake or Jamie singing this song, but I think it might be Jake because he's got really nice vocals. Nice clean guitars throughout the song, and that chorus is melodic. Melodic as anything. I love the nice chord progression throughout MARTYR, and there's so much emotion conveyed throughout Jamie or Jake's vocals. The song just builds up to that solo. That solo is fantastic by Ryan. Just love the riffs by Rick throughout this song. Throughout the second solo of the song, Jamie comes in with those harsh and aggressive vocals again, and it just intensifies the song. Oh, absolutely magnificent song. One of my favorite songs off the album, and it's probably one of the best guitar solos off the album. And it leads on to all of this fleeting. Guitar moment in the intro, and I love that guitar melody. The melody again is just absolutely fantastic, and Jake comes in with the first verse, and I love how Jamie screams over Jake throughout the first verse. Nice melodic chorus, and then Jamie incorporates those screams throughout the second chorus, and it's aggressive as anything as well, and I love it. There's a nice breakdown, and this breakdown is one of the heaviest breakdowns off the album. It really is. Throughout this song, they really changed the chorus up, and I'm talking about instrumentally, they changed the chorus up, which causes the listener to really keep on their toes throughout all of this is fleeting. And the conclusion leaves where the intro kicks off. It's like a cycle of life. And I love the themes of this song overall. So then it leads on to one of the masterpieces of Polaris, and it's The Descent. This song is a long song for Polaris as well, but it is progressive and aggressive as anything. There are certain time signatures throughout the song which just intensifies the song next level. I love Jamie's vocals throughout. He sings cleanly throughout the song as well, and Jake sings cleanly, but Jake also incorporates those harsher vocals. He can go to the next level as well, and that is what's so dynamic about Polaris. The aggressive instrumentals. There's a lot of emotion conveyed throughout this song, and there's a nice groove to the song. I love the clean section with the guitars and drums and bass. There's nice guitar layering throughout the song. Jake's bass is very prominent throughout the song, and I love the nice instrumental jam. It leads on to a heavy transition into the conclusion, with some crazy ass growls by Jamie to end off this album. Okay, so what can I say about The Death of Me? Can I just say Polaris, The Death of Me has really taken me by surprise. I knew this album was going to be amazing. I just knew it. As a reviewer myself, I can't fault this album. I really can't fault this album. And as a fan as well, I can't fault this album. I really can't fault this album. I don't know. I'm really torn at the moment. I think this album is another masterpiece by Polaris. They are just such a consistent band. They really are. These guys are growing day by day. It's just a joy listening to this album. It really is. I don't know what I'm going to rate it. I really don't know what I'm going to score this album. Fuck it. A 10 out of 10. It deserves a 10 out of 10 because it's such a head-banging album. It's so damn energetic. Honestly, cannot fault this album. The amazing guitar riffs The amazing solos you're getting throughout this album, not to mention the vocals, how intense these vocals are. The melodies seep into your brain. It's so dynamic and rage. I love the production. The mix is overall so balancing, and it's progressive as anything. It's just a masterpiece again by Polaris. It really is. Guys, comment below what you thought about this album. And yeah, so keep discussion going in the comment section below. Comment below if you enjoyed this review. I'm taken aback of how good this album is. This is my album of the year at the moment. I don't know if any album can beat this album, of how much I love this band. Amazing work by Polaris. Absolutely amazing work. Keep discussion going in the comment section below. Subscribe if you want. And I will see you in the next one.